You know the sound. That clunk or whine or screech that suddenly appears out of nowhere while you're driving. We've all been there, right? Minding your own business, and then bam, your car makes a noise you have never, ever heard before. And that's the moment, isn't it? That instant, horrible, sinking feeling in your stomach, the questions to start flooding your brain. What is that? Oh no, how much is this going to cost me? Am I about to be stuck on the side of the road? It's just a universal stress, something every single car owner knows all too well. Okay, but what if I told you there's a simple strategy, a way to pretty much prevent that whole nightmare scenario from ever happening? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. We're talking about your car's maintenance schedule. Think of it as your secret weapon for keeping your car reliable and, honestly, keeping your own mind at ease. All right, so let's start with the enemy here, the dread of car trouble. Because this isn't just some vague feeling in your head, right? It has real, immediate consequences that can totally mess up your day, your week, and yeah, definitely your bank account. And the worst part, these things snowball. The stress and anxiety are bad enough, but then you pile on the massive inconvenience of suddenly having no car. Then comes the shock of some giant, unexpected repair bill. And all of this is happening while you're maybe literally stuck somewhere. Just compounds. So how do we fight back against all that chaos? Well, it turns out there's a strategy guide that actually came with your car. And look, this isn't about you needing to become a master mechanic or anything. It's just about having a proactive game plan, a way to stop problems before they even start. So what exactly is this maintenance schedule we're talking about? In a nutshell, it's the official timeline from the folks who built your car. It tells you exactly what needs to be checked, what needs to be serviced, and what needs to be replaced, and crucially, when to do it. And that when is based on either how many miles you've driven or how much time has passed, whichever one comes up first. You know, here's the best way to think about it. It's not a chore list. No way. It's more like a regular checkup for your car, like a physical you'd get at the doctor. The whole point is preventative care, catching a tiny little issue before it turns into a massive, catastrophic illness for your engine. Okay, so this is where it gets really good. This is the payoff. Because sticking to that schedule isn't just about dodging a bullet, it's about unlocking some seriously valuable benefits. Let's break down the 4 big ones. So the big payoff really boils down to 4 amazing things. First up, you get enhanced safety. I mean, working brakes and good tires, that's kind of non-negotiable, right? Second, you get way more reliability, so you can actually trust your car to get you where you need to go. Third, and this is a big one, you save a significant amount of money in the long run. And finally, you just get that amazing feeling of peace of mind. And let's really zoom in on those cost savings, because they are absolutely dramatic. Think about it. Catching a tiny coolant leak early on, that's a small, manageable preventative fix. But if you ignore it, that can lead to your engine overheating, and that can lead to a catastrophic, multi-$1,000 engine replacement. It's the ultimate example of pay a little now or pay a whole lot later. And the financial perks just keep on coming. It's not just about avoiding disaster. A car that's running right is more fuel efficient, so you're saving money on gas. Plus, when it's time to sell, having a documented service history, that can seriously boost your resale value. Oh, and here's a huge one. You often have to follow the schedule to keep your manufacturer's warranty from being voided. All right, so we've totally covered the why. Now let's get practical and talk about the what and the when. What are we actually talking about here? What are the key jobs, and when do they typically need to get done? So this table gives you a really good general idea. You've got your basics, the stuff you do pretty often, like oil changes and tire rotations. Then you've got regular checkups on the super important stuff, like your brakes. As you rack up the miles, you'll start looking at things like filter replacements and inspecting belts and hoses. But here's a key thing to remember. Fluids break down over time, not just from being driven, so that time-based interval is just as important as the mileage one. Okay, listen up, because if you only remember one single thing from this entire explainer, please make it this. These general guides are great, but the absolute #1 golden rule is to always check your owner's manual. That is the one and only official guide for your specific car, straight from the engineers who designed it. And finding it is super easy, seriously. First place to look is your glove box for the actual book. If it's gone missing, don't worry. You can almost certainly find a digital copy on the manufacturer's website. And hey, if all else fails, your dealership or any good service center can pull up the official schedule for your car in like 2 seconds. Okay, so the manufacturer's schedule is our foundation. It's our baseline. But it's usually based on what they call normal driving.
So we got to talk about a few real-world situations, a few nuances to make sure we're actually doing what's best for our car.
Yeah, this is super important. We have to understand what severe driving actually means. Because it's not just like driving through the desert or something. For a lot of us, it's our daily commute. Are you doing a lot of short trips, less than 10 miles? Stuck in stop-and-go traffic all the time? Living somewhere super hot or super cold? All that stuff is considered severe, and it puts way more stress on your car. That might mean you need to get things checked out more often than the normal schedule says. This is another thing that trips people up all the time. What the manual says versus what the dealer says. Here's the deal. The owner's manual is your non-negotiable baseline. It's the must-do list to keep your warranty safe. The dealer might suggest other stuff, extra services that are basically nice to do. They might even be helpful, but they're optional. They'll add to your bill, and they're usually not required by the manufacturer. And of course, things change depending on what you're driving. If you have an EV, great, no oil changes. But that battery system check becomes absolutely crucial. A hybrid? Well, that's kind of the most complex of the bunch, since you're maintaining both a gas engine and all the electric components. But you see the pattern here, right? No matter what you drive, the golden rule is always the same. Check that owner's manual.
Okay, let's bring this all home and talk about the real cost of putting this stuff off. You know, trying to save money by delaying maintenance, that's what they call a false economy. And it's called that for a reason. You're not actually saving a dime.
I mean, just look at the difference here. The bar for routine maintenance, it's small, it's predictable, you can budget for it. The bar for an emergency repair, it's huge, and it comes out of nowhere. Then you throw in the money you lose on resale value, and it becomes crystal clear. You're just trading a small, easy cost today for a giant, painful one down the road. So here's the real takeaway. We've got to change how we think about this. Routine maintenance isn't some annoying expense you should try to cut. It is a crucial investment. It's an investment in your car's reliability, your personal safety, and its long-term value. So, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Take a second and be really honest about your daily driving. Is your commute a traffic jam nightmare? Are most of your drives just short little trips around town? Could it be that what you call normal driving is actually severe from your car's point of view? Thinking about that could really change how you take care of your car. And the first step couldn't be simpler. Go find your owner's manual. Seriously, go look for it. Your car, and I guarantee you, your wallet will thank you.
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.